touch it.
This is my audience.
Hi.
My name is Biminati, and I'm going to be doing my speech over technology. Using technology has become an everyday routine for us. We use it 24/7, and no matter what, it's the first thing that we do. And we just rely on it so much. We rely on it to tell us what is happening in our friend's life. We rely on it to tell us how to get places, what is happening in the world, and just all that stuff. And then I'm going to tell you how much we use our technological items, how we rely on it, and then what our life would be like without it. I know I have my cell phone, and then I'm grown so attached to it. It's the first thing I always check, how I keep in contact with my friends, how I check the news, and then how I just always stay informed with the world. We spend about 3 hours a day just watching TV. It's one of the first things that we do, and we spend most of our time just watching TV. And then we also spend about 1.2 hours just on our phone, texting people, checking up on Facebook, and just checking up on the news and all that stuff. About 61% of us suffer from whenever we don't have our phone and we don't know what to do, because we've just grown accustomed to always just checking on it, talking to our friends, and then checking up on news. And then we wouldn't know what to do because we don't have our phone. And then whenever we cut down screen time, which is just on your iPhone, not on your iPad, or just on your laptop, just on one device, about 69% of us suffer even worse than without having our phone, because we're just on one device, we're not on many different ones. Now that I told you how much we use our items, our technological items, I'm going to tell you how much we rely on them. A recent story from CJ Livingston from writerslife.com tells us that he went on a recent trip to the DVD store, and one of the DVDs was buy one, get one 20% off. So he bought the first one, and whenever they rang up the other one, it was supposed to be 20% off, but it did not show up on the register. And since it didn't show up on the register, the cashier did not believe him. And since the cashier did not believe him, they had to go check on it, and once they saw it, she did not know how to figure out how much 20% off was, so she had to do it mentally, and she did not know how to do it mentally without a calculator. And without calculator apps, a lot of people don't know how to do mental math. I know from personal experience, I don't know how to do mental math. I would have to get a calculator, get an app, get my phone out, because most people my age are just grown so accustomed to that. And then also, whenever we try to get places, we have to put our address into maps, and we just go off to whatever the voice tells us what to do. People even take wrong turns because they won't know what to do. And a lot of people our age don't even know street names anymore, major highways, or even how to get places anymore. Now that I told you how much we rely on technology, I'm going to tell you what happened if we were without it. About 27% of us in the first 3 minutes of waking up, the first thing we do is check our phone, check our laptops, or check any technological device. And then 42% of us, that's the first thing that we do in the morning. We don't eat, we don't brush our teeth first. The first thing we do is just check our phone. And that just shows how much we've just grown accustomed to it and how much we just love our items. Without social network or major news on phones, we wouldn't know any information going on. Without our phones or without social networks, we wouldn't know what is happening, and we wouldn't know if it wasn't for our technological items, we wouldn't know what's happening in everyday life, what's happening in the news, or just with our friends. Now that I told you how much we use our technological items, and then how much we rely on it, and then what would happen if we were without it, you can see that if it was not for our technological items, we would be so reliable on it, we'd be grown so accustomed to it that we become lazy, and that it just wouldn't be as good without it, and you can see how much we rely on it. Thank you, and hope y'all enjoyed it.